Getting a blood test back with a high creatinine number can be incredibly stressful. It's the kind of result that immediately sends your mind racing toward the possibility of long-term kidney disease. To understand what that number actually means, think of your kidneys as a physical water filter. When the system is overworked, it struggles to push fluid through a clogged membrane, and the whole biological process slows down. Creatinine itself isn't a disease. It is simply a normal waste product your body creates from everyday muscle activity. Healthy kidneys easily grab that waste and flush it out through your urine. This flowchart shows exactly where the breakdown happens. Normal blood enters the filter, and the waste exits smoothly. But when the system is stressed, the filter clogs, and that waste essentially reverses direction, building up in your bloodstream instead of leaving it. That backup is why a high reading is rarely a permanent diagnosis right away. It is your body's early diagnostic warning sign, a clear signal that your internal filtration system needs a reduced workload before permanent damage occurs. The immediate reaction for most people is to overhaul their meals with heavily marketed superfoods, assuming that a generic healthy diet will automatically resolve the problem. That assumption can actually put you at risk. There is a serious biological contradiction in kidney care. Foods packed with incredible systemic benefits like vitamins and antioxidants can simultaneously carry massive, hidden amounts of potassium or phosphorus. Looking at this scale, you can see the trap. You add antioxidants and vitamins, but with advanced kidney disease, those hidden potassium and phosphorus levels suddenly overload your fragile filtration limits. A standard healthy diet can actually accelerate renal failure. The goal is not to find a miracle cure. The objective is to systematically select specific foods that actively reduce the daily biological burden on your processing organs. Optimizing your kidney health requires a highly targeted, restrictive approach based on your specific medical limitations, bypassing internet hype entirely. We start by securing your baseline with the ultimate low-risk foundation vegetables, cauliflower and cabbage. This table breaks down their specific utility. Cauliflower provides a heavy dose of fiber, which acts like a broom sweeping your digestive tract. When your digestion runs efficiently, your body processes waste faster, reducing the overall workload on your kidneys. Cauliflower's primary medical advantage is that it delivers essential vitamins while remaining strictly potassium safe. Cabbage operates alongside it, offering a dense concentration of sulfur compounds that provide natural anti-inflammatory defenses to protect tissue cells from further stress. The trade-off with these foundation vegetables is preparation. To use them as replacements for heavy starches like white rice, you have to put in the culinary effort to roast, steam, or rice them without relying on a heavy hand of salt. And you must be highly selective about how they are processed. Pickled or fermented variations like sauerkraut carry massive sodium spikes that instantly erase their benefits. While they lack glamorous marketing, these base vegetables offer the highest safety profile for patients managing severe potassium restrictions. Protecting your kidneys also requires protecting the infrastructure that surrounds them. That brings us to onions and eggplant. Onions contain sharp sulfur compounds and antioxidants that actively reduce systemic inflammation, which directly supports healthy, stable blood pressure. Think of healthy blood vessels, like flexible, clean pipelines that allow a fast-flowing stream to pulse smoothly without straining the walls. If your blood pressure remains high over the long term, the sheer force physically damages and wears out the delicate microvessels inside the kidney filter. Eggplant supports this vascular strategy. It is a low-potassium staple that acts as a mild diuretic, gently assisting your body in producing urine and clearing out accumulated waste. But eggplant carries a major preparation trap. Its spongy texture absorbs cooking oil rapidly. Deep frying it introduces severe cardiovascular risks that nullify any vascular benefits. By utilizing these ingredients strictly as low-sodium flavor bases and roasting or steaming them, you structurally protect the vital blood supply your kidneys rely on. Now we address the most misunderstood category, the double-edged sorts. This includes cranberries and nutrient-dense seeds. This table highlights the exact risk. While the compounds in cranberries reduce bacterial stress on the urinary tract, Consuming them as commercial fruit juice introduces a heavy, hidden dose of sugar. For diabetics, that concentrated sugar causes an immediate glucose spike, turning a supposedly healthy beverage into a hazardous choice that further damages the renal system. Seeds like chia, flax, and pumpkin follow a similar pattern. They offer a dense delivery of omega-3s and fiber that aids in blood sugar control. But as the red warning label indicates, seeds contain incredibly high concentrations of potassium and phosphorus. Patients with late-stage chronic kidney disease must avoid these entirely unless explicitly cleared by their doctor. The mineral load is simply too heavy for failing filters to process. What functions as a superfood for the general public can act as a biological hazard for the medically restricted, proving that context dictates everything. To safely apply this information, we have to map these foods to your specific medical reality before you write a grocery list. We use the Kidney Diet Matrix. This matrix starts with the early warning profile. If your creatinine is high, but you have no other diagnoses, you have the green light to utilize all 6 of these foods, provided you carefully monitor your portion sizes. If you fall into the diabetic focus quadrant, your strategy narrows. You must strictly eliminate sweetened fruit juices, relying instead on the base vegetables and seeds to stabilize your blood sugar without taxing your kidneys. Finally, we have the complicated patient quadrant for those with advanced CKD and strict potassium limits. Here, seeds and berries are completely removed. You are restricted exclusively to cabbage, cauliflower, onions, and carefully prepared eggplant. Identifying your exact placement in this matrix prevents accidental self-harm when making well-intentioned changes to your diet. Modifying your meals will not reverse a concerning lab result overnight. The benefits rely entirely on the patience of compounding, incremental daily substitutions. What you eat is a support mechanism designed to reduce the workload on your organs. It is not a replacement for a physician's diagnosis regarding the root cause of elevated creatinine. Use these insights to have a targeted, informed conversation about your personal restrictions at your checkup. Let your lab work dictate your grocery list, rather than blindly following the latest dietary trend.